Good morning and welcome to the World Shoot 10, the 10th World Competition of International Black Shooting Confederation.
What's up, guys? Feeling pretty good, ready to get started on the match. We shoot first thing at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Very eager to get started, been ready to get started for about 2 weeks, so it's been a waiting game since then. Got into country, everything went pretty smooth, so starting tomorrow morning.
I feel really good. I had a couple days of training since I've been here. Feel really, really good. Put 6 months into this, worked out, physically ready, mentally ready, ready to jam.
I thought it was a really good, a big show, the parade with everyone from all 50 countries that are here or something like that, and getting to meet shooters from all over the world that, you know, you've met online or something like that, but then, you know, taking pictures with people and getting to get the full picture of what this sport is around the world. And that's been a really, really cool experience to have here.
It's a very beautiful country, very cool here. We're making sure we're staying safe while we're here. Definitely things to watch out as we're moving around, taking our equipment with us and everything. But it's been a beautiful country, and everyone's been extremely nice. So they've been an awesome host country, opening ceremonies, the match, everything's been going really well. So South Africa's been a great World Shoot host. Yep, a couple days earlier. So we flew out on Wednesday, arrived on Thursday. So we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 4 days to get acclimated, get used to everything. Then Monday, we started bright and early at 6:30. We're gonna go win the stage. Let's go. my hands were shaking, just like everything. And I was, calming down as best I could, and I was still amped up. And I was telling some of the guys, the most amped up you'll ever be on a single stage is your first World Championship first stage. I was very surprised at this one. I just feel a lot more mature, a lot more confident, where I didn't feel that in the first stage. I felt the pressure and everything, but I didn't feel like I really felt it very much. Doesn't make a lot of sense when you say I felt the pressure but didn't feel it. I knew what moment I was in. I understood the pressure and that everyone was feeling, and you could cut the tension with a knife probably to start it, especially with the other teams. But I just went up there and I felt comfortable, felt confident. My hands were very still. My heart wasn't pounding. I just went up there and shot. So I was actually very, very surprised how not nervous, how unaffected I was on the first stage. So it's a very stark difference from this World Shoot to the last World Shoot.
So day one down, just finished up shooting this morning. It was, not gonna lie, it was a pretty tough day. We started off on a weekend stage, which was probably one of the more difficult stages in the match. That went pretty decent. One of those stages are kind of, all you gotta do is be responsible and snipe targets, shoot good points. And then had a little bit of a messy run there, shot a couple stages in a row that are definitely gonna set me back. Finished out strong, shot a couple stages really well, so hoping to carry that momentum into not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, and continue trying to get back in the hunt a little bit.
On this match.
That's the hardest thing that anyone can do who's trying to compete at the top level is to leave people behind and know that has to be separate from the competition. And I'm thinking now of my wife dropping me off at the airport, and just knowing that it's going to be this amount of time before we see each other again, and at the same time knowing that when I get on a stage and when I get the load and make ready, that's the only thing that I am doing. And so separating that out from what's behind or what's home and what's here, and it's a challenge, but it's mandatory, and it's yeah.
He's got young kids, man. That's when you have super young kids, it's that being there for them, they're talking to him on the phone, daddy, daddy, daddy. You don't get that as they're 12 and 15 and 18 anymore. You get a, hey, how's it going, dad, and that kind of stuff. So it's yeah, and I think he's a giant part of his family, right? So he lives out in the middle of nowhere on a farm, and I think they see him 24/7, baby. So I travel a lot. I travel a lot more than he does. So my kids are used to me being gone for the weekends, and then I see him during the week. So there's, there is a big difference on age, right? How your kids act when you're around and when you're not around. So when I shoot this paper, it opens my body up for the exit and the drag.
Exactly.
Yes, that's why I'm thinking right to left here.
Yep.
And then obviously turn and shoot.
Yep.
Being fucking calm and not being retarded on a target.
Yep.
Stay still. You gotta look good.
So sweet.
That's what I would have done.
See how they look after each other.
Marching to my own. Money kinda got the church dollar going. Hell yeah. Popping out the girls doing Holy Ghost work. No sir. When we planet, it don't matter when they throw dirt. Advantage, just energy will grow spurt. I don't panic when it's static, I just go work. Easy, no. Every time that you see a dollar sign, there's a vulture. Closer, look closer. Cynicism trying to tell me, yeah, I told you. Walking by faith and they put you low first. Hopping off the yacht, you can buy something off the phone.
Nice shooting.
Hey, no more handshakes, Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Charlie, get him. Charlie, no more handshakes. That was a Charlie because of you.
I have heard that you make fun of the ROs.
I didn't make fun of the ROs. I was showing how
We deem it in very
manly
good
you
taste.
were.
And we are having tears.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to say I'm more resilient than that.
See you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Boom, dude. The fucking comeback today, baby. Woo! Tom motherfucking Castro today.
Whole lot of OnlyFans rappers. Hoeing all on to make it happen. Oh no, all that embarrassing. All y'all derelicts. I don't play along with the narrative. Why? All y'all parroting. Have you ever thought to have your own thought while you're scared of it? Couldn't figure out how to remake me. I'm like the pyramid. Out here, some of y'all boys are parroting. I don't want to pop up, make no pants. Gotta be a waste of the face. Gotta carry it all. Let's get around with my face in them.
Let's go. Be aggressive. Attack every time. Everything. Attack. Attack. Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking rumble. Come on.
Ball. Finish unload, so clear. If clear, camera down.
Get a calibration. Get a calibration. Calibration. You hear me? Calibration. I hit it, didn't go down. Literally just touched the top of the popper. A reshoot. Yeah, absolutely. She just put her hand on top of it. Yes? Reshoot. Finish it. Come on. Finish it. Settle. Settle.
Stand by. Whoa, what's happening?
I didn't hear the beep.
What?
I didn't hear the beep.
You don't hear the beep?
No.
She's no.
Yes, I didn't hear the beep.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Yeah, see?
No.
Ah! No, I'm just kidding. Can you do me a favor? Can you move that? Yes, it's flapping in my ear.
Just right. Now, please.
Come on. Let's go.
Stand by. Unload, so clear. If clear, camera down, bolster. 9, 660.
Bro, just to hold that shit together with all that, I'm pretty happy.
He is a very vocal guy, so he's quite a bit different than me, but we're keeping him focused, and he's shooting well for Tom, and we're just going to keep continuing to shoot the match together, and he bounces ideas off of us, and he works on the team just as well as everyone else. He's just a little bit different personality.
Hey, when you shoot this one, you see this one too? When you, after this position, reload, go to the front, open, partial, stay back, so open, partial, and immediately shoot the left one, and shoot left to right. You have one center and one right to end. Yeah. Bop, 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 shuffle, bop, 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 angle in, push, 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 stop. This guy.
You want to be engaging that guy at about where that wall.
Right here, yeah. But just, I think you engage your knees till you see that different.
Make ready. Are you ready? Stand by. Your finish on line with your hammer down and holster. Christian, your time 1577. 1577 confirmed. Okay. Are you ready? Stand by.
Closest target.
Low?
I looked at, it was an alpha miss. I looked at the video and it looks like there's two there. Like I didn't pull off.
Did someone look at it?
Yeah.
They measured, but
My time on the stage, 6, 7, something like that. But all I gotta say is, if you don't want to play with the hippo, stay out of the swamp. Yeah, day 2, coming here with a lot of confidence. You know, I had a normal day yesterday, nothing spectacular, nothing bad, and I find myself with a very, very good lead. A lead that, you know, people will be very happy to win a nationals by, and over 6 stages with 2 short courses, I was able to get that lead. I was very, very happy with. Heading into day 2, obviously a lot of confidence, feeling good. Started on a field course. Field course went great, controlled the positions. I'm not amazed by any of my performances on these stages, but I'm very happy with a couple of them. I'd say I'd keep 3. The last stage and another one, I'd take some stuff back. When you really think about this, this is truly a marathon, not a sprint. Everyone's gonna have little fumbles. You cannot have a perfect match. Even on your good stages, you wanna change stuff. Nothing that's really gonna set me back too much. I wanna see how my competitors did on this. Obviously, I was seeing my 3 team open guys. There's a couple guys on off schedule, so I wanna see how they perform today, kind of assess what the lead is, but the strategy doesn't change. I'm gonna go out here, crush every single stage, and I have the capabilities to go out here and win every single stage without having problems. So I'm gonna keep that same attitude, that same approach, and try to win some more stages, especially the field courses where the majority of the points are. I'm always trying to take this to the next level, wherever that may be. I mean, you can win all these matches, but then what's next from there? If I've competed against everyone, anywhere, at any time, what's next? And it's just winning these matches by more and more points and seeing what I can do. And I don't know all the statistics of going back years and years, but I'd say for a primary division in recent history, at least the past 10 years that I've been paying attention, I think a 100-point lead after 3 days is probably one of the largest. There's still a lot that can go on between now and then, still 2 more days to shoot, but I by no means plan on taking my foot off the gas. There's so much more I can do. Yesterday, I knew I was up by 61 points and I had this day of shooting, and I wasn't very happy with that performance. I had problems that, I easily could have had another 20 points. Very, very silly problems, to be honest. Guinea pig on a sequence that we thought was possible, and I actually shot the activators too quickly, so I wasn't able to get them in one pass. And then I had a magazine that I thought I clicked in, and then as I transitioned, I must have knocked the mag out. So those are things that typically don't happen, that are somewhat in my control for sure, but I could be up by even more, which every shooter kind of thinks. But if I keep doing what I do every day, gaining 30 to 40 points a day, we can take this potentially up as close to 200 depending on how other people shoot. And so I just want to see what I'm capable of. This World Championship's all been about my performance and what I can do, not comparing myself to anyone else. There are so many talented shooters from all around the world. It is pretty awesome though to see Mike Huang in particular doing really well. Mike is an awesome competitor and a friend of mine, and I always love seeing my friends do really well. And it's been different in years past when it's more competitive against, head-to-head against me versus other countries or different shooters. And it's really nice. It's more collaborative. That even someone like Mike, who's right behind me, we're still very collaborative, and we see each other on the range. And hey, man, if you shoot this, watch out for this target, or hey, make sure your foot's in this place. And that's the camaraderie that the U.S. shooters is not historically like that between U.S. shooters or even just competitors from other different countries. So it's pretty cool to see the United States competitors coming over here and being collaborative even when we're competing against each other. And it's actually the best camaraderie I've ever felt with our own country here.
So Mason's first day, I would say he put a lot of mental energy into the first stage, which was the we can stage with the probably the farthest targets in the match. They were like 18-yard paper, 15-yard plates, and he shot that solid. And then he went into the next stage, and I don't know if he kind of maybe he put a lot of mental energy into that first stage and let the stress kind of get to him on that second stage. But he shot so fast. Like, I honestly can say I think that's the fastest I've ever seen him shoot. And like open paper, like 14 splits. And then when he got to the no shoot paper, probably 24, 25 splits. And he ended up with a no shoot and a miss on that stage. So I bet he cut the other guys by several seconds. It was insanity. But he got that done. It was a medium course, so it definitely hurt a little bit. But after that, he started to kind of get himself back into the zone, and his last three stages were really solid and competitive.
The pressure of being about to start a match and just not wanting to screw it up is obviously one thing. I felt that and did not handle it well in the beginning, but the pressure of being in the lead and just wanting to maintain that good position is just as, tiresome, you could say. So coming off of day two, I think I was 10 or 15 points back from Michael Stepan, another Czech shooter. But everybody knows 10 points, unless the match is over, really is not a lead to speak of. That can go up or down stage by stage. So my mindset was just, hey, this worked. You went from almost 50 points back to more or less tied. So just keep doing what you're doing now. And day three went pretty well. In that section, there were some stages where you couldn't really get a very good look at the stage. They have like a brick wall back by the spectator area, and you couldn't really get in there properly to look at the stage before it was the actual 5 minutes. So on one of the stages there, I kind of changed my plan last minute and wasn't super confident in what I needed to do, and that was reflected in the performance. I would say just was not quite there on time, not quite there on hits. But otherwise shot really solid through 4 out of 5, or I think 5 out of 6 stages that day, and then was able to walk away with the lead. Again, I'm shooting pretty stable, and other guys are dropping off, making mistakes, trying to go fast. So it's the same strategy just continues to work at that point, and it worked well.
Change what brought you to the game. You're trying to do Jacob, do JJ. Yeah. You're right there every time with that guy, even if you do your shit, right? Push when you can, but you know what to fucking do, man. That last stage, bro, I was like, I don't give a fuck what anybody else is doing. I just got to get the reload in. We're going here. Oh, no. Fuck. I'll be standing, JJ's gonna be texting me again. Where are you, bitch?
Did you get my text?
Yeah, after I came back over there.
I called you, but you couldn't.
No, the fucking ring here don't work, and that's 25 cents a minute. Don't be calling me. No, that reload for that paper is 2 steps. I'm going to want to rush.
Yeah.
I know I'm retarded. When you know you're retarded, you fix retarded before retarded happens. This is why I love Jay, because Jay allows me to be myself. So there are guys on the team that let me rephrase that. There are guys in this sport that I basically keep at super arm's length because I can't be myself. I'm not allowed to be myself around those people. There's always judgment, and I just don't surround myself around those people. I actually stayed I stayed away from the team. I skipped the team dinner so that I didn't expose myself to the bullshit. So I didn't have issues while I was here. My goal was to be focused on shooting, to be able to just stay and have fun. And they always try to take that from me. They always try to take that from me. So like guys like Jay, I cherish those guys a lot. Like the fact that Jay and I had a conversation about stage planning and he allowed me to tell him I was retarded and kind of talk about how I stage plan and not look at me like, yeah, you are retarded. That's what I love about Jay, right? Like he's super just cool, man. You be you, Tom, you know? And it's pretty awesome. But the other thing that's crazy is I never judge anybody else because of my personality. Like I love everybody until you treat me like shit. And then that's when I just chop the head off, right? Like I don't mess around with trash talk. You come after me, I'm gonna just cut your head off like a snake and end it. Because I don't enjoy the drama. I don't want any drama. I don't talk about people. I just focus on me. I don't always get that same respect. So 2 deltas on that was pretty frustrating. It's crazy watching myself on video because I'm so emotional, right? Like I'm so emotional about things, like just to kind of let that stuff go. Like it was like, man, I made it. Okay, we did it, right? Like trying to control that emotion and execute that stuff is really, really difficult because no RO should ever be a reason that I have to think of. I should never think about him. He is basically a guy who beeps the timer and scores the targets. I should never, ever, ever, no shooter, I don't care what level. But see, stuff like that is almost like a lack of respect for where I'm at in the sport. Like Eric Raffel, JJ Rakaza would never have those experiences, ever, 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 ever with an RO. That RO would have shut up and said, no problem, I'll take care of it. The problem is for some reason, people think if you're good at this sport that you're a good person. This sport means nothing in the real world. If you leave USPSA or IPSC and you tell somebody you're a GM, they're gonna go, what the hell is that? They don't give a shit. So to me, I would rather be a better person and a good person to everyone, even if you are shitty to me, than to be talking about what a great GM I am. That doesn't matter to me. I'm just good at shooting. I care more about being a good person and taking care of other people than, because I mean, imagine if I allowed that guy, even though I know he doesn't like me, even though I know there was collusion to keep me from being on this team, imagine if I let him do that and we miss out on a gold medal or we miss out on a medal in general. I couldn't live with that. I wouldn't want to live with that. Think about the other teammates. Think about 8 years of working my ass off for some petty bullshit that I don't even care about. I don't even care about any of that stuff. I have spent this day just recovering. So I came here to win a world shoot, right? I came here to win a gold medal with Team USA, also do well as an individual. So for me, my focus hasn't been to go out and party, hang out, there's safaris and all that stuff which is amazing, and I'm glad people get to do that. My focus has been to rest and be a great shooter at this match. I'm old. I'm 46 years old on the production optics team. Like just saying that out loud is pretty awesome. I'm the oldest guy on the team. I'm probably the newest guy in this sport on the team. I made it in 8 years to the production optics world shoot team. And only 6 years of those was me shooting a pistol. 2 of those, I shot a rifle. Maybe 3 years I shot a rifle full time, didn't even shoot a pistol. It's cool to hear out loud. I don't spend a lot of time talking about myself, and I don't always appreciate what I've worked for to get here. So for me to come here and spend all this money to shoot 25, 30,000 rounds to get here, my focus is to be here and shoot and win. I'll come to South Africa another time and party and hang out, right?
I mean, I love shooting in awkward positions, so I'm looking forward to it. I just got to hit the center of the target and we'll be good.
360.
Yeah.
Probably shoot it with
1 minute left. Are you ready? Stand by.
I think it's amazing that people don't know who Jacob is. I mean, if you are a top shooter or if you're a shooter in this sport and you don't understand or know who Jacob Hetherington is, you're probably not looking at the right people, because that guy's been a top shooter in this sport for a long time. The difference between Jacob and someone like me is he just doesn't talk a lot about it, right? He just goes and does it. He's not on the internet. He's not doing his thing. He's just shooting, right? He's just shooting. I think some of that has to do with the Army, that's for sure. But the guy's just amazing, man. And he's somebody that if you're not paying attention to, you're probably not watching the right people. And the other thing about Jacob is if you watch his style, it shows you, it breaks all of this is the way to do it. He's super high. He's way up on his shoulders. He runs super high compared to everybody else. He reloads way out in front of his body compared to everybody else. So it just shows you there's way more than one way to do it, baby. I don't think I was ready for the number game, right? Like not understanding the number game, but he's going through stage plans talking about transition time and he's basically adding up all the numbers. And that's why Jacob's where he's at, because he's thinking of all the small details. The other thing about Jacob that's crazy is that everything just kind of rolls off his shoulder, right? Like I think that's one of the top things about any top shooter is the mental game is there, right? We're tough, we understand that those things happen. You're gonna make those mistakes, but he had a 35-point loss on the very first stage of the World Shoot, and he's sitting, I think, 12 points back or something like that on day 2. To lose 35 points and in 12 stages be right on top of Eric Raffel, which it's pretty much unarguable at this point. The guy's the greatest shooter on the planet, or has been for all this time. It's pretty wild to watch, man.
Let's go!
it's this is day 5 for me shooting. Day 5. I had a day off. Have you had a day off?
Yeah.
Okay. Yushan had a day off, and we just finished on this stage right here. 1 Charlie on the partial, and 5.78, which was good.
How is South Africa, sir?
South Africa has been amazing.
Yeah.
I flew into Johannesburg, and then friends picked me up who are here, and we did some training, and then down here, and it's been amazing. The people are so nice.
The weather?
The weather has been perfect. It's like where I'm from. I'm in far east in the U.S. And it's a little cooler right now. It's our fall time, and this is your spring, right?
Yeah.
Spring. Yeah. So it's been amazing here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. So yesterday was a little bit more difficult for me. I was a few more points down than I wanted to be on some of the longer stages. Today, a lot better points-wise. Just a few Charlie here and there, and times were much more competitive today. Little bit of a struggle on the prone stage with a pickup on the steel, but kind of moving on and then recovering from that and hitting this stage pretty well. I'm happy with how I finished today. Yeah.
No, well, I went steel paper, but you should probably
Okay.
steel. And left and right.
Guy, swinger.
Are you ready? And bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I just thought about this yesterday and I punted it like, hey, I can't think about this till the thing's over. I mean, open used to be where all the smoke was. This is where the best competitors were, and I think people have naturally migrated out of that division for one reason or another. Keep in mind the people that have won the most gold medals over time have typically done that the most in open. Open used to be the premier division, the F1 division, and people have naturally graduated out of it. I only was an open shooter for the longest time. I went out and bought CZ Shadow 2 so I could compete against other people that I wasn't getting able to compete against because they wouldn't shoot open. So I went out and got different guns for different divisions to do that. We'll see where people land for the next World Shoot. If some people decide to shoot open, then I'll shoot open. If some people decide to shoot production optics, I'll go shoot production optics. I just want all the smoke. I just want to shoot against the best and brightest competitors in every single division, and I think there's a lot of them here. So we should not ever discount the open talent that's here. There are top dogs. I'm making it look maybe like that isn't the case, but trust me, 2 to 10 are absolute killers in their own right. There's just other killers in other divisions, and I've beaten all of them before too. So it just depends where I want to be. But we'll see. I do like training production optics more. You don't have to worry about the brass is easier. 9mm, you kind of just leave wherever. Less wear and tear on the guns. Open guns are loud, so it's less loud, less maintenance, and so we'll see. We'll see. Also, the open gun's a lot easier to shoot, so it's harder to get better on that. So I feel more development when I shoot the 9mm guns. So I'm gonna plan on shooting production optics most of next year. I have other goals that I want to do. Maybe shoot some iron sight guns, shoot some more production optics, maybe go win a PCC World Championship. Let's actually start with nationals first. Getting ahead of myself there. But I'm good with the rifles too. I picked up the rifles. I've seen some times and compared and contrast some stuff. And I've shot maybe 2,000 lifetime out of a rifle. But maybe do some rifle stuff for fun. Do some more teaching stuff. Take a little bit of a pause on the training. Let my hands and everything rest up for a little bit. But after this World Championship, I'll definitely, like the last one, sit down, reevaluate my goals, what I want to do, and we'll go from there. But yes, I want all the smoke. I want the best competitors in every division. And if they want to run, I can run too. Not from them, but to them. And I have no problem doing that. I've done it once before. I can do it again. We just hope that everyone stays there. So it'll be good. There may be a circumstance, people don't understand. I have a full-time job. I have a Monday to Friday. I put my hours in. So it's very hard to get weeks off at a time to go to these international matches, get accustomed to the time zone, everything like that. Spend all this time opening, closing ceremony for these European matches. But there might be something that happens next year where, Christian Seiler that signs up, not as Christian Seiler, but a different name, flies to a foreign country, unannounced, with a Vortex Optic Defender XL, impact machines, optics plate, and trigger components, not under my name. I fly there, I meet someone that has, a CZ Shadow 2 with no optic on it, no trigger components in it, and a torque wrench. And I torque down my optic, I put in my trigger stuff, I zero it, and all of a sudden the name changes. It's so crazy. So we'll see what happens, but it all depends on timing. People don't realize I'm juggling so many things in my life that the average professional shooter does not. But there's just so many opportunities for me. I just feel really good and really happy that I have so much love and support around me, and that I put in the work.
We've done 5 days, we've had a day off, and this is like, I am so excited to finish this match, but that could be distracting, so I'm just gonna be really excited to do this stage, and then my strategy is next stage, I'll just be excited to do that one till we're done.
I'm doing exactly like him. My focus is just to crush each stage one at a time. I'm not worried about my score. I'm not worried about how I did before. It's all about one stage at a time, one bullet at a time. My big thing here is just fundamentals. Once I went back to my fundamentals, that's when everything started going great again.
Probably a good idea. Good idea.
Fellow Americans, it is with the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and recollection of history in the making during our generation.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho, H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Ho, fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, ho, not DOC, but similar.
Just finished up the last stage, finished up on a medium course. Tricky little thing. In general, though, just a little bit shaky with the nerves, of course, all day. Had a very small lead coming into today, and most likely did not do enough to defend it. Herman shot fantastic all day, shot fantastic all match, but especially today. He deserves the win, and we'll go on to the next one.
He was really excited because how cool is it to have a dogfight to the end at a World Shoot? I mean, that is like, between Herman and him, both those guys really, they both deserve to win, like, in my opinion. They both have put the work in, they've put the time in, they're fantastic shooters. So he was actually really excited because 9 points, I mean, you can trade that in a short course easily. Even both of you shoot the short course really well and you could trade that. So he was actually really excited to go in there and fight it out until the last stage. When I saw him I had just finished my stage and I came around the corner and I looked at him and did like the, and he went, eh. And I was like, oh, okay. So, I didn't know how he did. I saw him after, he said, no, I didn't quite make it, I think second. And then Jessica Jonathan came up to me and said, he's going to say he doesn't know, but it's so close, they don't know. It's like, okay. And we went over to the scoreboards. Mason went for drug testing. We all sat at the scoreboards for a while and saw Mason's name pop up, 22 points ahead of Herman. So I was sending him the photos, and I'm like, you won. And he's like, no, I don't think so. And he did not believe me. And I think the drug testing took like 45 minutes, and all of us were giving him crap that, you won. And even when he came up and saw the board, he's like, I don't know if I trust that. But I think 2 hours later, has it been like 2 hours? I think he's finally accepting it, maybe.
You mentioned you doubted the score?
Yeah, I was doing, like I said, I was doing pretty close math to within, the way the schedule worked, you kind of shoot 3 stages, then you move to a new area, shoot a different 3 stages. And so, like I said, after those first 3, I thought I was tied or maybe down 10 points or so, and then I didn't do anything spectacular in the last 3. So I figured I must have been down by 10 to 20 points, sort of worst case scenario, and that was just wrong. It was incorrect. And so when I finished the match, and the Argentines too, they were cheering, they were excited. For all intents and purposes, everyone that was there on the ground thought they just watched Herman win the match. Because my final stage, I shot pretty sloppy points. Very competitive time, but pretty sloppy points. And I just didn't think it was enough to overcome what I thought the disadvantage was I had mathematically. And so, yeah, I didn't believe it. You know, I got pulled aside. Another official, zebra shirt guy, came up and pulled me aside to go do drug testing, which conventionally is reserved for people that are predicted or actual champions. But he came up so fast that I was like, these guys they're wrong. Like they're pulling random people out of the projected winners. You know, they don't know who won. They're just doing their job. And so I went and walked off and went and did the drug testing thing, which took a long time. And you know, I was getting a couple texts in as I was walking in the building from my mom, a couple different supporters, people from SIG, my wife, and I was like, yeah, you know, thanks, but not this time, kind of a thing. And I went and I was sequestered for 30, 40 minutes, and when I came out, you know, the actual scores on the IPSC were complete, and I had that 20-point lead, which is, you know, it still doesn't feel super real now. It's something.
I'm super happy for him. He's worked so hard for this, and this is, you know, I hope the first of many, but it's good to get that one in, and I think he's super happy, and I'm so happy for him.
I knew coming into this I wasn't going to win this match, and that's okay. You know, Mason did, and that's great. Mason's a great shooter, and he deserves every aspect of that win. But of course, like, we're all here to compete and win and do our best. But at the same time, you can still compete and be a good competitor, but also be a good friend. And that's kind of what my role I feel like I played in this World Shoot team, was to do my best to my ability, but also be a good teammate for Mason, who I knew had a very good chance of winning this match.
It's about when you came out to our place, John. I've always been good about setting small goals that are out of reach but accomplishable. And you know, it's bit by bit, you win more stuff, you get a little bit better, you get more confidence in yourself, and you come to a match like this, and after day two, it's like, well, yeah, I can win the match. I've just proven it to myself. I'm in a lead. I've generated a lead. I can win the match. And so it doesn't feel as good, like, as they say, money earned is not as sweet as money won, right? It doesn't feel like this is a random thing that's happened to me where all of a sudden, hey, now you're a champion. So I guess in a sense it still hasn't sunk in yet, but in my mind it's like, yeah, you've worked your ass off for years and months and nowadays to make this a reality. And so it doesn't feel like a surprise. And in a sense, maybe it's not as sweet as maybe someone would expect. But it feels amazing. It's a goal and a dream that I've had for over a decade. And maybe it'll start to sink in tomorrow afternoon when we're holding flags and listening to the national anthem and sipping champagne for a couple more hours with all my buddies. But it feels pretty good.
The lead after yesterday was 146 points, so massive lead. My goal coming into this against all the best competitors would be about 20 to 25 points a day. So after 5 days, that would be 100 points in best case scenario. That's with no mistakes myself. So 20-25 was like the low estimate, and I was really happy. First day I put on like 35, second day about another 30 or so, so it was up 61 points, and then up like 80 something, or actually up 105. So I went 30-ish, 65-ish, and then 105-ish, and then I was 146 coming into this day. So I knew I had a massive lead. I kind of knew that all throughout. After my first days, I had plenty of a lead to make mistakes, push where I needed to, but I really didn't push in this match. I shot no deltas up until this day. I shot 1 delta, so really a very high accuracy match for me. They did have a scoring mistake, and they scored 2 delta on a stage. It was actually 2 Charlie, but I look a little bad going there trying to change the scores when I won by 135 anyways.
I ain't many that are built like me. I'm the last of my kind. Grew up on the back road, baby. I know how to survive. Being out with the young guns blazing, so you better not try. You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind. Yeah. I'm the last of my kind.
First place world champion and presidential medal goes to the USA. It's Mason Lane.
If you're coming to the sticks, still maybe bring a 4-wheel drive. You'll never find another like me.
Taking second place from the USA, it's Michael Wang. first place presidential medal and world champion goes to United States, Christian Saylor.
Quiet on the set, please. Number 2. You're talking to number 35 in PO, not overall. That's number 2 overall. Get over here, Giraffe.
Number
2! Okay, just tell us about your experience as number 2.
It's been Boost Lucka. Boost Lucka.
Yep, that's number 2. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around for the entire part of this series. This is something brand new that we're offering to the sport and something that no one's ever done before. And this is how we promote our sport to the general public. What a wild journey this whole match has been. This project has been fantastic. John behind the camera has flown all the way around the country to capture this behind the scenes footage just for you guys. Give you some insight as to what it takes for these shooters to get to where they are and some of the hardships that they've had to overcome to find success in this sport. I want to give a big thanks to all of you guys supporting this video. You guys have DM'd me on Instagram. Some of you guys have even emailed me, which is pretty cool. Or those that have my number have texted me about it or at matches or whatever it is. But I made this content specifically for you guys. This is content that I wanted when I first started shooting, and no one was making it. It was like there's some stuff from the 90s, maybe some early 2000s stuff, but there was nothing in the modern day capturing what the shooting sports is now. You guys and your support is the reason we are able to do this and bring you this content. And so when I was coming up, I wanted content like this. No one was doing it. No one still did it. So we did it live. Actually, it's not live at all. This is pre-recorded. We were in South Africa, so like the time zones wouldn't have made sense for you guys to tune into a live stream. But so I did it myself for you guys with the help of an amazing team. We're not going to stop at World Shoot. We want to continue making content like this throughout the year and for years to come. And the number one suggestion we've got is handle it like ESPN 30 for 30, where we keep doing these shooters bios for you. So we find high profile shooters like we did for World Shoot with Christian and Tom and Jay and Mason. But you guys could tell us, do you want us to go hang out with Jerry Michalik? Do you want us to see Max Michel? You want to see Ben Stoger? You want to hear his whole story? Whatever it is, you guys comment it down below. Let us know who you want to see, or just like message me about something, because we want to continue on. I want to continue making content like this. And this like whole production studio that we've made this year is a vessel for you guys to know more and educate yourselves more about the shooting sports, see what's really going on in the sport. So it's not some like fairy tale land of like, oh, this is a world champion shooter. They're just normal people like us. And they all have the same hardships. They have families, they have everything they're working through. So specifically with IPSC World Shoot, that's been going on for 30 years. And as you guys saw, back in the day, honestly, it seemed more hype. Stages were crazy. We were like climbing ladders and ramps and shooting around cars and things like that. And for a sport that's been around for over 3 decades, it should be a lot bigger than what it is. And we're hoping that this content helps push the sport further and grow the sport to get new shooters in, because like I literally started competition shooting by saying, how do I shoot competition on Google? And I went to a local range and started shooting USPSA, found I had a knack for it and really enjoyed it more than anything, put time and energy in, and now we're here at World Shoot 7 years later. And it's very accessible for everybody. It's just taking the jump to get into that sport. And so we want to lead the bulkhead to make competition shooting relevant. It's the #1 way we're going to erase the negative stigma with firearms in our country. And we need to be promoting safe gun handling, efficient gun handling, and gun safety prioritized over everything else. We want to show that we are real athletes and we care about this sport. We care about the community and we care about bringing new people in. I can't tell you How many of you guys watching this video have messaged me telling me you shot your first USPSA match based on the videos that we've made on this channel, which just warms my heart. It's awesome to see. I've seen some of you guys at matches too, where it's like, hey, it's my first major and I'm in Texas or Tennessee or Alabama or Alaska. It's cool. Around the country, there's so many people standing up, joining the competition shooting scene. And again, this is the #1 way that we can get the general population on board with firearms like it was back in the day. At one point, IPSC was on television. It was televised events. They're like old school Jerry doing his world records. Let's clip that in real quick.
In 1999, they sponsored a publicized attempt by shooter Jerry Michalek to challenge Ed McGivern's speed shooting record set back in 1932. Using a Smith & Wesson Performance Center built 8-shot revolver, Michalek attempted to both outshoot McGivern and set 2 new world records.
All right, you want to film this one?
Yes, sir.
Go, Jerry!
And in 108-degree heat, I believe it was, down in Mississippi in front of a very supportive audience, he did it. I mean, he did 8 rounds in 1 second on 1 target.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Okay, all right. He did 8 rounds on 4 targets in 1.06. And then he did the 6 shots, a reload, and 6 shots in 2.99 seconds.
Stand by.
Badass. We love Jerry. We should probably do Jerry. Jerry would be a good one. He's also on Team Smith & Wesson. Shout out to Smith & Wesson. But more importantly, guys, if you like this content, please let us know. If you're watching this as a representative from another brand too, if you have a story that you'd like to tell about the shooting sports, like CR Speed, they're the mag pouches I use on my belt. No plug, I'm not paid by them. It's not a sponsorship or anything like that, but they're made right here in South Africa, and they've been making mag pouches for a very long time. There's a lot of companies that have kind of like a legacy brand in this space and in this area. And hearing some of those stories is pretty cool too, and we might start incorporating those as well, but it's really up to you guys. I'm here to make content specifically for you, specifically for what you guys want to see and digest and learn about, and I'm here to do it for you guys. And so the Hunter Constantine production leg of belt, we're going to keep making videos. We're going to keep bringing you this high quality documentary style content. So we have something to watch that is forever. And guys, outside of commenting and sharing the posts and everything like that, if you go to my website, hunterconstantine.com, anything on there helps support these productions. So if you don't have a belt, get a belt yet. On stateside, we're giving away a Corvette at Race Gun Nationals this year, and we've given away $40,000 in cash to shooters. So outside of just the production house of bringing you this quality content, I am paying shooters directly and giving them a new set of wheels too. So we'll see how that grows. Next year, you'll see some more PCSL content, and we have the Belt Championship, which is a PCSL 1-gun concealed carry match with a huge cash payouts. Tons of guns we're giving away. It's pretty cool. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys being here. For those of you who know by now, I am Hunter Constantine. For those of you who don't, you now know who I am and what we're doing here and what we're going to do for the sport. So we hope to see you on the next one, and make sure to share the shit out of this video with everybody involved, because it's the #1 way to spread it, since social media wants to censor us so much, even though we're bringing you educational content that is just simply highlighting what this sport actually is and what the community looks like. This world shoot specifically, or this match in general, we had a lot of red tape that we had to get through just to film this content for you guys. It was very interesting seeing IPSC not wanting to work with the camera crew and the resistance that we faced during this match. You guys can probably see from some B-roll, we'll clip it in or something like that, but there was barriers on every stage and they didn't allow us to cross that line. Compared to USPSA, where the cameras can follow the shooters down the shooting area, it's almost like the ROs were instructed to stop cameras from going in front of the line, which is very interesting because, again, we're here to support the competition shooting community and try to help grow the sport by putting out content like this. And it's very important for you guys to be vocal about about wanting involvement from the organizations as well. Because we will continue filming and continue making content, and we're going to do the best that we can with the stage footage and things like that. But it's very important to be vocal that you guys want these organizations to allow media inside of the match. And I think that's a big difference. There's a lot of cool videos from back in the day, the 90s, the 2000s, where someone had a POV cam back then. That thing had to be the size of like a minivan on his chest. I have no idea how it happens. We all have meta glasses and Instago 360s and things like that to film POV. Doing that 25 years ago, crazy. That's a lot of work, but it was just interesting. It was like the ROs were so abrasive to a camera being on stage. And I find that very interesting because, again, it's like it's a world shoot, like we're documenting it. It's very interesting because we're documenting it. We're like archiving what this match is with probably some of the best footage you guys could ask for of top shooters. You know, in this video alone, 2 out of the 4 guys won high overall in their division, Christian in open and Mason in production. Not to mention notable finishes from Jay and Tom as well. And the American team in general. I mean, like we cleaned up. It was all gold and silvers across the board pretty much. So it's a tough spot seeing the organizations being so resistant to us filming and wanting to promote the sport. So make sure it needs to be part of the conversation is why I'm bringing it up, because it is, it's terrible when I come back and John behind the camera right now is like, yeah, every RO tried to block my camera lens when I was filming, and that it was so abrasive trying to get in front of the line. So it's something that we have to fight through. And for USPSA, it seems to be more club to club. There's some clubs like Richmond up in California that they don't care. They're like, bring the drone out, bring everything. They want to film people. We had 39 people sign up for the belt bounty at the Golden Bullet Championship, just a level 2 USPSA match. And one of the highest participation for the belt bounty at an individual match. And I think they only had like 300 people shoot it. So like over 10% of the people in the match were shooting concealed with belt, which is pretty cool. And like PCSL, Max Lee Grandis does a great job allowing us to film whatever we need to capture the content, because these, like PCSL is a new league. Richmond just got revamped with a new board and everything, and they understand how important it is for this media capture so you guys can understand what these matches are and what competition shooting is like. So just keep that in mind, and we just need to let these different shooting disciplines know how important the media capture is, so the general public can understand what we're doing, that we're safe, we're having fun, and it is a community. My first matches, I showed up with like a tactical Timmy belt, a comped Glock 34, not understanding why I'm in open division and why none of my hits are center on the target. But it takes a community, and like the group of guys at my local club, it's just like, oh, I'll bring you a gun next match. Oh, I'll bring you a different belt to help me get into the division or help me get the gear needed for the division I want to shoot and things like that. And it's pretty much a common story I hear across the board where someone's new to the match and everybody is working together to get them up to speed, to get them to shoot, and they're welcoming them with open arms. And that's what we need to show. If we want our sport to grow and become, let's just say, a real sport, like your football, like your soccer, everything like that, we need to have the exposure behind it. We need to show what's going into everything, and we need to have that on an individual level and a larger 30,000-foot view of what these different disciplines look like with IPSC, PCSL, IDPA, USPSA, I guess Steel Challenge. I'm just kidding, Steel Challenge, guys. It's a real sport. But the exposure is number one that's driving the promotion of the sport and getting new people in. And that should be our goal, is to get as many people competition shooting as possible, because I've converted a lot of people where like they've never owned a gun before. They might even be against guns. And I'm like, just come to a match, and they check it out and they're like, oh, this looks fun, like everyone's safe. I thought you guys were just a bunch of hillbillies shooting at cans. And then usually the next time is like they want to shoot a match. And again, the community comes together. Like, I have so many competition belts and so many guns in the safe that I can just be like, show up to a match, you need to bring nothing. I'll give them a gun, I'll pay for their match fee, I'll give them ammo to shoot the match. And then they're like, when I used to work a professional day job in a suit, I was in commercial real estate. Our accountant, like, barely shot guns, didn't own a gun, and I was like, just come to a match, whatever. And he's like, I want to shoot it. He didn't even want to come watch. And his goal was to finish not last. That was his only goal. And he finished 44th out of 45 people at a local match, and he was the happiest person on the range. And like, that smile and that emotion that he felt is like what we're trying to capture here to show you guys just like how rewarding it is and challenging yourself to something new. And so if you go to a static range and you shoot your 2 mags at a paper target, like, it's good, you're going out and shooting, but I really want to press you guys to try competition shooting, go to a match, experience the community for itself, and just be respectful, ask a lot of questions. Like, everyone there is working to help you. So you just have to be vocal about what's going on. You can show up with whatever gear you have for like a local level 1 match that's, you know, not a sanctioned qualifying level 2, level 3, level 4 match. You go to nationals for your first match if you can sign up in time, you know. But the main thing is just get out there and go shoot competition. Try it out, because you will become a better shooter. You will have a better understanding of your firearms. And even if you qualify as D class, you are in the top percentile of the world population of firearm owners. Make it to like A class, M class, you're in like the 1% of the competition shooting, which is like such a small percentile. And you can keep pushing. The limits are endless. There's hundreds of shooters around the world that are doing this full time to a certain extent. And don't give yourself any limits. Just get out there, go shoot, try it out, and I guarantee you're going to have some fun.